In 1 Samuel 17 is where they talk about the battle of David and Goliath. If you guys would like to turn there, 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 12. I gave you guys a little bit of background on who David was, and a little bit of background on who Goliath was, just to give you guys a little bit of a visual on what he's fighting against. Now Goliath, he was the champion of the army, and he would go out and taunt the entire army, and he would stroll around like, who can defeat me? If there's one man that can defeat me, then we will bow down to you guys. And you guys are the victors of this whole battle. But out of a whole army of people, nobody would rise to that call. Nobody wanted to fight this guy that was that tall. Okay? I mean, just imagine the size of a guy like that. Huge, with armor and a javelin, like a big iron rod, like a big spear that I probably couldn't even lift. And he just throws it like there's nothing, you know? I mean, would you guys want to fight a guy like that?
Sure.
I wouldn't. I don't want to fight a guy like that. You could if you wanted to, but you know what? David, he had faith in his God. He's like, dude, who is this guy who challenges the army of the living God? So he had faith in his Father in heaven that he would be victorious. He's like, oh, you guys got to trust in God. And this sheep herder showed this whole army something what it means to have faith. And he was like, dude, all you guys are carrying this dude here. He don't even believe in our God. Our God is victorious over all things. And that's Jesus Christ. He is victorious in all battles, big and small. He is more than a sufficient Savior to carry us through our times of need. In verse 12, it says, Now David was the son of a man named Jesse, an Ephrathite from Bethlehem, in the land of Judah. Jesse was an old man at the time, and he had 8 sons. I'm sorry, I said 7. He had 7 other brothers. Jesse's 3 oldest sons, Abinadab, Shema, and Elab, had already joined Saul's army to fight the Philistines. So his 3 oldest brothers were already fighting in this battle. Okay? David was the youngest son. David's 3 oldest brothers stayed with Saul's army, but David went back and forth so that he could tend to his father's sheep in Bethlehem. So constantly he's going down to the front lines of the army and find out what's going on, and he's going back to do his job, his duty as for his father, as a sheep herder. So he's going back and forth, tending the flocks and doing the job that he was called to do, but still kind of checking things out, seeing how his brothers are doing, seeing what's going on with the fight, seeing if Goliath's still challenging people, so on and so forth. In verse 16, for 40 days, every morning and every evening, the Philistine champion strutted in front of the Israelite army. One day, Jesse said to David, Take this basket of roasted grain and 10 loaves of bread, and carry them quickly to your brothers, and give 10 cuts of cheese to their captain. See how your brothers are getting along, and bring back a report on how they're doing. David's brothers were with Saul, and Saul was the leader. Okay? David's brothers were with Saul and the Israelites' army in the valley of Elah, fighting against the Philistines. So David left his sheep with another shepherd and set out eagerly the next morning with the gifts Jesse had directed him. He arrived at the camp just as the Israelites were about leaving the battlefield with shouts of battle cries. Soon the Israelites, the good guys, I guess, and the Philistines, Goliath's army, as the forces stood facing each other, the army against army, David left his things with the keeper of the supplies and hurried out to the ranks to greet his brothers. So you got 2 armies, the Philistines and the Israelites, meeting. There's a huge field in between them. And David And he's all this stuff, right? And he goes to the front lines with his brother, with his three brothers, to see how things are going. I'm going to go down to verse 24. As soon as the Israelite army saw him, they began to run away in fright. Run away in fright. Have you seen the giant? The man asked. He comes out each day defying Israel. The king has offered a huge reward to anyone who kills him. So, he will give this man one of the daughters for a wife, and the man's entire family will be exempt from paying taxes. Wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but, okay, you got a wife and you don't have to pay taxes? What? The wife, so then therefore you become a king, because you're marrying the king's daughter. So then you're going to be the next one in line to take over all that stuff. I'd be like, gee, that's cool. That's pretty awesome, man. David asked the soldiers standing nearby, what will the man get for killing the Philistine and ending the defiance of Israel? Who is this pagan Philistine anyway, that he allowed to defy the armies of the living God? And there you go. See, he's like, before he even got an answer, it's like, who is this guy anyway? He challenges us? The armies of the living God? I mean, like, come on. So he already knew in his heart. He's like, dude, all right, just for kicks, what is the reward? All right? Just for kicks, just tell me what it is. Because this guy, he's nothing. Yeah, he's 9 feet tall, but he's nothing.